Hey, you guys, I am back again with another message from the Lord. I have several messages I need to record, and so while I'm sitting here waiting, I'm going to try to record and get some of them out. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are. Um, but this particular message is based upon a dream that I had, and in the dream, someone had asked me for my assistance. So I left my car somewhere and I got in their car and we went to proceed to where we was going. We was driving and I was asking the person like, how long is this gonna take, because I can help you, but I need to get back to what I'm doing. And the person told me that was driving the car, they were like, well, I don't know when I'm going to be able to bring you back to your car, all this other stuff, because I have a whole bunch of stuff that I need help with, this, that, and the third. So what I ended up doing was I was just like, well, I think I need to drive, so can you just take me back to my car, so whenever I'm ready to leave, I can leave. Okay. And I left my car in an odd place, but they took me back to my car and I proceeded to go on about my business. But this particular message, God is saying, don't get distracted. A car in someone's dream can represent their life or ministry. Don't put down what God has told you to work on during this season to pick up someone else's assignment or to help someone else's when he didn't tell you to do so. Don't get distracted. And distractions does come that way. We think that some distractions that try to come are ugly distractions, I should say, or distractions that we know that are distractions because they're causing confusion. But sometimes the distractions can come by as simply as someone wanting you to help them, and that's not your season or your place or your time to help them. It's your season and your place and your time to do what the task that God has assigned to you in this season, in this hour, to do. So God is saying, don't get distracted. Those little things can stop you from working on what God has assigned for you and ordained for you to do in this hour. And some people will do that. And some people know that you carry the Joseph anointing over your life. They know you carry favor. So they want to ride off of your favor. They want to ride off of your anointing. They want to ride off of your gifts. While you are helping them, you're leaving behind what God has assigned for you to do in this hour. God is saying, don't get distracted. Go back. If you have dropped something or put something down, go back and pick it up. Go back and do what God has called you to do in this season, in this hour, because it's needed. All right. So, like I said, don't get distracted in this season, y'all. This is an easy time for people to get distracted because of all that's going on in the world, the holiday season. But do what God has called you to do. It's all a part of your purpose. It all is going to pay off in the end. I'm telling you, do what God is calling you to do in this hour. Don't get distracted. A lot of people, they know we're in the fourth quarter. They know that time is winding up. Some things got to be complete. So now they want to come ask you for your help and your assistance when they had the whole entire year to get what they need to get done, and they choose not to. They choose to lollygag. They choose to procrastinate. And some of these people are purposely doing this to try to slow you down, to try to make you stop and put down the things that God has called you to pick up or continue to do and continue to run with, because you're so close to being complete. You're so close to getting towards the end of your journey or the end of that assignment, the end of that task, so you can start something else. So don't get distracted, you guys, in this season, in this hour. Do what He has called you to do. Do not let your ministry just sit there when you know that some things need to be done, or you need to get some things completed by what God has told you to do, because God give all of us, His children, divine instructions on what He wants us to do throughout the year. Make sure you're doing those things. All right, don't let God, I said this before, don't let God come back and catch you slipping. Do what you're supposed to be doing, because even if we are saying that we're helping someone with their stuff and it's for a good cause, if God has not called us to do that, we're still operating in the spirit of disobedience, because we're supposed to be working on assignments that He has assigned to us. So work your assignment that God has assigned to you in this season, in this hour. All right. Some people are going to come, like I said, back, ask you for help, ask you for assistance. This might not be the time for you to help them during this hour. You have to do what God has called you to do in this hour. You have to work your vision. You have to work your gifts. You have to work what God has given to you. Okay, so I always take these messages back to confirm. I always say pray on things before you move. If God didn't tell you to do something, pray and ask God to confirm. Pray and ask God to give you confirmations. Don't just move when other people want you to move. All right, because if you move when you're not supposed to move, you can move out of position of receiving a blessing or receiving a breakthrough or receiving what God is trying to give you, or getting out of position to where you're supposed to be at a certain point in the area working with something, and now you're procrastinating, or now you're stagnant and you don't want to do that. All right, so I just wanted to come and say, do not, you guys, get distracted in this season. Do what God has called you to do. Work on his assignments first. Everything else can come later. Like I said, I always pray, confirm, take these messages back to God as these messages for you. But do what he is telling you to do in this hour. All right. And I love you guys. I hope you all have an amazing day. And I will chat with you all later.